All right, I'm going to start audio.
All right, we are recording, so let's watch our language, shall we?
And by let's, you mean you?
Yeah, I was talking to myself. Yeah, there have been a few bombs already dropped. My apologies to your delicate flowered ears. Speaking of ears, look at my ears. Do I look like an elf?
Okay, so it's yes,
I know
a
what
little
it
bit,
is.
Only because you asked.
Well,
Only
can you lie
because
every
the
once in a
black-
while? It's called tact.
Well, listen, there's a reason, because your hair is dark and then the black ear pod comes in and it makes your ear look a little perkier, pointier, elfier.
Do
She's
like
an angry
do
elf.
I look like ooh, say elf one more time.
Call me elf.
You're an angry elf. What? Okay. So I look like it. Yeah, I don't like that look. I look like
just don't walk around.
Who's the guy from Star Wars? Spock.
You look a little Vulcan. I was going to say that next. You got a little Vulcan going.
Thank God this is only an audio podcast.
Half Japanese, half Japanese, 1/4 Vulcan.
Okay, you know that only adds up to 75%, right? The other quarter is just all cuss words. So mother
Japanese,
F,
and quarter Vulcan. 25% cuss word.
It's a mother effing Vulcan Japanese. All right, are we going to record a pod or no?
Yes, I think we probably should. But to all of you watching the YouTube content,
sorry.
You're welcome.
Cheers. I'm drinking out of my Stuttgart mug.
All right. I'm drinking out of my lazy Labrador coffee house mug. Oh,
we
nice.
need to get down there. Nice. Milani,
we do. We need to go see Susan. Hi, Susan. Okay, you ready to actually record a podcast, Moe?
Hey, I've already hit record, so I don't know what's going on over there.
Okay.
All right, you're recording on another device, right? So I can splice it all in.
My phone is. My phone
all
is.
All right, I'm going to hit record. You do the countdown, and then we'll go. I am recording on audio.
Here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1. That's how we sync it up, people. That's the magic. Hey, everybody.
Oh, man, I should have had decaf. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm ready.
That moment when your podcast co-host just stares at you.
Looks like an elf. God, I do not like this.
I'm going to try it again. Coffee. All right, ready? Hey, everybody. Oh, my gosh.
Why did it take 2 hours? All right, quit effing around. Because I will drop the F-bomb. I'm Mo.
Hey, everybody. And I'm Katie, and this is Fodder for Outtakes. You're welcome. Are you ready this time? My goodness, Barrett.
I've been ready.
All right, here we go. Hey, everybody.
I'm Mo.
And I'm Katie, and this is the Mo and Katie show.
I look like an elf. For those of you who are listening,
I encourage you not right off today.
I encourage you not. Well, apparently somebody says I look like an elf. I thought I looked cute. She said, like an elf?
So this is going to be our shameless plug for the YouTube version of every podcast, because you're going to want to see all the stuff that happened before we started recording this audio part. It's really fantastic. We've determined that her genetic makeup is half Japanese, 1/4 Vulcan, and 1/4 cuss words. That is her genetic makeup. But all that aside, happy January, everybody. We hope that you are just marching with victorious energy into this new year, into 2022. It's better than crawling pathetically. I was trying to come up with the opposite.
And that's what you came up with? Hey, marching victoriously?
That's what I came up. Well, after last week's podcast, that interview with Lori Lightford,
oh my gosh,
people are not feeling like all kinds of empowered and excited, then I don't know, your wood's wet. I don't know what's going to light your fire. If that did not light your fire. You've never heard that before?
No, I don't talk about wood quite often. And I certainly don't talk about wet wood. Why? Why did you go there?
It's an expression.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
All right.
Who has ever heard of your wood is wet? If you know what I'm saying.
If that doesn't light your fire, your wood is wet. You don't have to make it inappropriate, Mo.
You made it inappropriate.
I did. You're the one.
You can't be sporting a wood phrase right off the bat, especially in the morning. There's a morning Wetwood joke. Isn't that a musician, Steve Wetwood?
Roll with it. Yep.
Nice, Rick Astley. Okay. Can we start this pod? Because I have to pack for a road trip. So.
Oh my gosh.
Nanu,
it's
nanu.
Tune in and listen to. Did you just say Nanu Nanu?
Yeah. From Star Trek, Star Wars.
Anyway, if you did not listen to last week's pod with the interview with Lori Lyford, you need to, because it's fantastic. Right now, you also need to get on YouTube and watch Mo try to make the Vulcan.
Look at this. This is Wetwood dexterity. This will light your fire. This will dry your wood. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's do a mug check-in now that we're recording the audio officially.
Hey, all the listeners out there, we want you to show us your mugs. You know what I'm saying?
Show us your mugs. That's right.
You didn't say it right,
I am
Katie.
drinking out of. I know. I'm trying to calm you down a little bit.
I'm trying to get away from the
Lazy
Wetwood.
Labrador.
I've been getting Lazy away from Wetwood for like 50 years. You started it. Okay, I'll take over for Katie. I'm drinking out of a Stuttgart Starbucks mug. I got it at a Starbucks in Stuttgart.
I'm drinking out of a Lazy Labrador Coffee House mug. This is Lazy Labrador Coffee House from Kennesaw, Georgia. Big shout out to Bob and Susan Milani. They just had their grand opening not too long ago. It's been fun to watch all their activity on social media. So
yes, and Sarah Roos, our
Lazy Labrador Coffee House.
Yes, and Sarah Roos, our manager, is going to get us. We're going to do a live show and some trivia there. So
that's
Sarah
the plan.
And Susan are going to work that out, and we'll see you when we get down there.
Fantastic. So, all truth disclosed here. Mo and I found out before we started recording that we had picked the same "What's Going On in the World" story, which we often do. Which just means
sorry.
We're
did you have time to pick another one?
Yeah, I did. I'm good. Okay. So, Mo looking like an elf, and coffee mugs are things going on in the world. Mo, tell us what else is going on in the world.
Before I do that, you know, it would be a cute quartet name.
What?
Elf mugs.
Elf mugs.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, jugs. That's what I was thinking of. Not mugs. Yeah. We want to see your jugs and mugs. Jugs and mugs. That's a good quartet name. For those of you who are listening, Katie is currently have her face buried in her hands. I'm not sure why. Speaking of buried, though, in Western Pennsylvania a few days ago, the town got buried in snow. And so the local high school football team, the coach went on Twitter, and this is the tweet that he sent out. Due to expected severe weather, Monday's weightlifting workout has been canceled. Find an elderly or disabled neighbor and shovel their driveway. Don't accept any money. That is our Monday workout. So the kids,
love that.
Yeah, so the kids went out there, and their workout for the football team was to shovel snow. And then the one guy was saying, one student reported back in, he's like, Coach, he goes, they will not accept no payment. And so they actually made a donation. They insisted on making a donation to the team. So I think that's really cool. And I really appreciate that. So Brian DeLallo from Western Pennsylvania, and to your whole team of snow shoveling students, I love that. So there was more than 27 athletes out there. And they were texting photos to the coach, and
that's
some
awesome.
of them were like, "Hey, we're on driveway number 6," you know. But I just love that. So thank you to Brian for insisting on that as a workout, and for turning an otherwise lazy day in your pajamas to something that the boys could not only work out and get the fitness level, but also just to show the community what they're doing. I really love that. I just think that
is fantastic.
That's a strong message.
And on so many levels, the teacher is modeling good leadership by teaching the boys how to think of someone other than themselves. They still got their workout in.
Yep.
And imagine being somebody who's elderly or disabled and not sure how I mean, who knows what they, if they need to get medication or to the doctor, and to look out and see that they were able to, able to go somewhere and not put themselves at risk. And I just love that. So I love, so good job, boys. We're proud of you. That's fantastic.
I just think it's fantastic. So yeah.
Serving like that too, it gets addictive. It's good. What I got, I'll tell you what I got.
Okay.
I am going to take you to Taiwan. We're going to go on, road trips going to be a theme today. So we're going to Taiwan. Okay. Now, 14 years ago.
I just don't think you can drive there. Okay. She's going to keep going.
Well, it's quite a road trip. 14 years ago, there was a government village in Taiwan that was going to be torn down, and it had some historic value to it. So there was an 84-year-old military veteran who wanted to prevent this village from being torn down. So he painted it, and it's now called Rainbow Village. He put, I've got to show you some pictures, Moe, because it's just fantastic. He's got all of this color and all of these, characters that look like there's animals and people. And he painted it, and the government did not tear it down. And it is now there 14 years later, still sits there as a tourist attraction. And they've painted every stone, every gutter, every door, and used it to, show creativity and beauty where it was going to get torn down. He is known as Grandpa Rainbow for painting this village. And it is Lonely Planet marks it as one of the secret marvels of the world.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
It's one of the most Instagrammable spots in Taiwan.
I bet.
So
I'll have to see if it's on the Atlas Obscura. That's awesome.
Yes, absolutely. But it's beautiful. It's there's a picture of a cat just lying like in the middle of all of the graffiti, but it is absolutely beautiful. And I just love how something that was, ugly and meant for destruction was turned into something beautiful that everybody could enjoy, just with some creativity and some paint.
And saved it too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you're in Taiwan, if you happen to find yourself in Taiwan, go visit the Rainbow Village. So
that's cool.
I wonder, Moe, do you think Taiwan has a McDonald's?
I'm loving it if they do.
I think it might be a big deal. So my quirky fact today, because, we're going to be talking a little bit about traveling, is I want to see if you can guess. There is, and this combines another thing that I love. We're going to talk briefly about state capitals.
No, we're not. We're going to edit that.
Yes, we are.
Get right out. Sorry.
Here's the question. There's only one state capital in the United States that does not have a McDonald's in it.
Montpelier.
Which? You are exactly right.
Are you serious? I was totally joking. That's Vermont, right?
Montpelier, Vermont does not have a McDonald's in it.
Oh my God.
Only state capital
in the same brain. Oh, that's hilarious. I sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
No, that's fine. But it also
I guess my wood is wet. Who knew? I'm not sure I'm using that right.
So
I'm using the wood
you
right?
never, you're always surprising me.
I don't get it.
French fries. No. Okay, no. we get the buzzer on that one.
Yeah, my mom, cleverly disguised as an East German judge, says no.
Montpelier, Vermont, not only doesn't have a McDonald's, but it also has the smallest population of any state capital. There are only 7,500 residents in Montpelier, Vermont.
Have they thought about changing to a new capital?
Or just getting a McDonald's. But I mean, it's a nice quirky fact distinction that there's no McDonald's, so they have to travel somewhere else. So, but good kudos to you for guessing the quirky fact.
Dude, that was a total just rando.
That's awesome.
Well,
so,
actually, I was going to ask you, don't you hate it when people answer their own questions? Because I do. Oh my gosh. It was like, I was wondering when the Frisbee I was wondering why it was getting bigger and bigger. And then it hit me.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to tell you that today is National One-Liner Day.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So it's funny because
National One-Liner Day.
Yeah, that's it. That's I only get one line. So yeah. I know you told me to stop impersonating a flamingo. I had to put my foot down. So, but it's funny because the picture I'm looking at on the National Day calendar that I use, it's got two gentlemen, well-dressed gentlemen, and one guy's laughing, and the other guy's like this. He's got his head, his face in his hand, and it was very similar to you know the way you always look at me. Yeah. So. But
so
it's actually
audience, drop us your best one-liner. Tell us your best one-line joke. Put it in the comments. We need to know.
Start getting ready for Valentine's Day because I think we're doing best pickup lines next month. We have to.
Volume 2, because that was awesome. That was hilarious.
That was effing awesome. Yeah, so I mean, actually, it's no surprise that one-liners either had in comedy, but yeah, I love one-liners, and I think some of it is I don't know if a one-liner is a play on words or it's a pun, but you know, it's like the my dad's a schizophrenic, but he's good people kind of thing. Like it's still a play on words, so I don't know.
I would imagine that it would be any kind of humorous thing delivered in one sentence.
Okay. Well,
so,
with without an Oxford comma.
If I asked you if you want to hear a construction joke, oh, never mind, and I'm still working on that one.
Well, I mean, did you work on that while you were seeing the movie Constipation? Oh, wait, it hasn't come out yet.
Did you hear about the commander that walked into a bar and ordered everyone around? Come on, Barrett, track with me today.
Oh, damn it! F.
Hey, there's 2 fish in a tank. One turns to the other and said, "You man the guns, I'll drive."
I used to think I was indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. I can't believe I waited for the punchline of your damn joke.
One of if you ever watch 30 Rock, it is Tina Fey's writing is brilliant, and it's got a ton of one-liners. And my favorite one, and my son Josh always tells me this is his favorite. Tracy Morgan's character, whose name is Tracy Jordan, says, "I lost my mood ring, and I don't know how I feel about that." That's one of my favorites.
That's awesome.
All right, well,
it reminds me of those Russian dolls. I mean, they are so full of themselves.
That's a good one. Nice. All right. Well, let's transition to something I thought would be fun to talk about today. Mo, you are getting ready to take a bit of a road trip, a nice spring RV road trip. Well, it's not really spring; it's still winter. But you are going out west for a few weeks in your RV. And is it okay if we tell everybody why you're going out west? Because I think it's kind of cool.
No, I'd love to know. Go ahead.
Just to see if the states are still there.
Yeah.
No, you have a reunion.
Yeah, so it's kind of
cool. You know this, right?
No, I didn't know if you were going to tell the story or I was. So anyway, bless you. So it's interesting. My Air Force Academy class, they have their reunions every 5 years or whatever. But the ladies of the class decided to have a reunion, and we're having it in Scottsdale, Arizona. So Phoenix, Arizona. So speaking of Lori Lightford, so I actually will get to see Lori Lightford. I'm actually going to go to a Scottsdale course rehearsal, the very first one in February. But yeah, so the ladies in my class of 19 from the Air Force Academy, we're all getting together, and we're going to meet in Scottsdale, Arizona for the weekend. So because we can never find a dog sitter to watch 3 dogs and a cat, we're taking our RV to also justify the expense of the most expensive dog kennel that we ever bought. So we're going to take the RV and go all the way to Arizona and then come back. So we're going to be popping along and seeing some people along the way.
Fantastic. So
yeah, I'm excited.
I have very important road trip questions for you because
sleep.
Road trips.
The answer is sleep. Oh, sorry.
True. What's your playlist? What are your snacks? And what games are you going to play in the car? Those are all important things.
Okay. None of those happen if you're not in the car with me. To be quite honest,
I'm in charge of those things.
So to be quite honest with you, when we're driving the RV, and for those of you who don't know the story about how Jen is the only one who drives the RV, then email me, and I'll let you know that story. Or actually, maybe I'll write it as one of my weekly blogs. But Jen drives. We have a 40-foot RV. and the 3 dogs and 1 cat make use of the 40-foot RV by sitting in my lap in the first 3 feet of the RV. So what I typically do is I give up my I apologize. I thought I had my do not disturb on. Oh, you know why? Anyway, sorry. I'll delete that out. Sorry if you're watching the YouTube. That was a little. It's actually Reese's birthday. So, I usually just give up my co-pilot seat and I sit at the dining room table and I work back there. So typically, Jen is listening to whatever she needs to listen to, and Jen can drive in silence for many, many states. And I sit in the back, usually have my headset on, and I'm probably listening to quartet stuff because we have a rehearsal coming up. I'm usually with Post-it notes or some sort of office supply spread out on the dining room table.
Explosion, office supply explosion on the table.
And now that I'm fasting, because I just started fasting, not just started, I started last night, but I've been fasting. So I'm usually bitching
that
about
as a whole shared experience.
Yeah, let's talk about food while I'm fasting. That's perfect. There are no snacks because I have a 2-hour eating window, which I'm usually asleep through. So I missed that. Yesterday, I accidentally went 21 hours without eating. I almost died.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I almost died.
Yeah, I would not do good as a hunger striker. So if you're looking for someone to do a hunger striker, I am non-union and I'm not the best person. So no snacks. Soundtrack playing in my ears is usually quartet stuff. So
games.
Jen, I'm still not done. I know. And Jen is listening to the baritone only tracks of our quartet songs, which that's just music to anyone's ears.
Jen. Games.
If I'm in the front seat covered by dogs, I was actually thinking about one thing that when my family, every summer we used to drive up to Wisconsin and back. If you're familiar with my dad's pop-up, that's another YouTube clip I would recommend people watch. But we did drive up to, I'm just keeping the morning wood wet.
Oh my gosh,
fire.
Would you stop?
You started it. You brought the morning wood to this podcast. No, it doesn't sound right either. Anyway, one thing my dad used to do, even when we were driving, just even around the town and stuff like that, with license plates. I think a lot of people play the license plate game where you're collecting states or whatever, or you're making up acronyms with the letters. My dad would make me.
That's so cool.
But we didn't do that. My dad made me add up the numbers on the license plates. So I still do that. So when I'm driving and I see license plates, I'll come up with an acronym for what the letter stands for the license plate stands for, but I will add up the numbers because that's what my dad used to make me do.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so brainy.
So there's my game, if you will.
Do you play the alphabet game with like billboards, road signs, billboards?
This is going to come out wrong, but you brought the morning wood. So Jen doesn't typically like to play games, so it's no fun to play by yourself.
You're just going A, B. I will tell you.
I kick my own ass. That's great.
I make the boys, especially if it's just the boys and I driving somewhere, I'll make them play with me. There is an antique store off the exit in Zanesville, Ohio, where that's where you want to be at the end of the alphabet because you get your X, your Q, and your Z like all in one fell swoop.
How is there an X in antique in Zanesville?
Exit. The exit.
Oh. Don't spell it for me.
What's your favorite? I know we're fasting, but what's your favorite travel snack?
This is going to sound really, really picky, but here we go. I like
Pheasant
things where
glass.
I like their, what's that?
Pheasant under glass.
Is that another expression or is that a meal?
It's a fancy meal.
Oh, I'm vegan, so I don't understand the bird reference, but I cry foul. So what I do is speaking of plucking, I like to have snacks that not like, so trail mix would not be, I like things of the exact same size where I can pick things out like Skittles or M&Ms that have the same size, but different colors, because that's how I stay awake. I know it's a problem. I have trouble staying awake maybe that's why Jen drives. I don't know. Anyway, email me. But I like, if I have like a bag of M&Ms, I will be 400 pounds and we'll get where we're going, but I have a bag of M&Ms and I'll eat all the green ones first. And then I'll eat all the rest.
Wow.
Apparently I'm not a very attentive driver, but I am a very attentive M&M eater. So like trail mix would only work in an emergency, like if I had to pick all the craisins out, or pick all the beef jerky out. So
fair enough. I call the beef jerky out of the trail mix.
How about you?
I like those pretzels that have the peanut butter in the middle.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite.
Do you just eat them or do you?
I just eat them. I didn't know there was so much thought that went into travel snacks until you mentioned it. So yes, okay. I just eat them.
So you and I just traveled to Ocean City a couple weekends ago, and did we have those pretzel snacks? I feel like we did.
No.
This is the way I eat them. This is terrible. Again, I do this only because this is what I do to stay awake and pass the time, because I would all be for teleportation. Yeah, I would be all for teleportation, which I think that's why I'm from Star Wars, but with the ears. But
Star Trek.
I thought we said Star Wars. The Vulcans.
Star Trek that's Star Trek.
They're the same thing. Although Leah and John from Trivia would disagree, I'm sure. But whatever. Mm-hmm. My point is, let me finish my peanut butter pretzel. So with the peanut butter pretzels, I would put it in my mouth, obviously, and then I would suck the salt off. That's step one, and that's probably like half a mile. And then I would eat gently the pretzel part, and I would push the peanut butter wad over just a pinch between the cheek and gums. I would eat the pretzel part. That's another half mile. And then I would eat the peanut butter part. And I would, well, I would not say for that, but that's how I stay awake. So that's what I do. That's why I need something.
You know what I do? Put them in my mouth and chew them and swallow.
You're such a weirdo.
Travel snacks. You take travel snacks like to a whole different level.
Well, like peanut M&Ms, right? So I'll suck the chocolate off. There's a lot of sucking in my snacks, but I will, but if you're talking about morning wood, so I will suck the chocolate off, and then I will again push the peanut over, and then I will eat the peanut. Does anybody else do that? I can't be the only person who does that.
That is a lot of thought.
I do it just to keep me occupied. Sorry, you
could just eat. You could just eat things and do a Sudoku puzzle while you do it.
While I'm driving?
That's another option.
While I'm driving?
Not while you're driving.
I can hardly do Sudoku when I'm sober. That's not what's the... Maybe you should talk now. I'm going to put my mic on mute. Go ahead.
So, again, homework, everybody. What are your favorite travel snacks? What are your favorite travel games? And what is on your travel playlist? Mo and I actually have it's a quartet shared playlist, but it's mostly Mo and I that put it together. And we have
because Kendra doesn't like anything but mariachi rap, apparently.
That's right. So we each contribute to the list, and it's good for sing along. And actually, recently we were driving in some inclement weather, and we still had the playlist. Like it was almost like soothing, like to have the playlist and kind of lightly singing along while Mo was very expertly driving in her Jeep with her 4-wheel drive through this weather. Yeah, it was bad.
Sucked.
So what are your go-to things when you travel? What do you like to do? I like to, when I'm a passenger, I like to crochet and I like to read. So I like to do those two things. And then when I have snacks, I just eat them like a weirdo, apparently.
Yeah. So, okay, that's Katie's homework for you. Is those 3 questions. Yeah. My question for you is, when it comes to things that are multi-layered, like a Tootsie Roll Pop, or that takes too long. That's too many miles. That's like a whole road trip. That defeats the purpose. But like,
that's the whole thing.
Excuse me, like peanut M&Ms. How do you eat peanut M&Ms, or how do you eat peanut butter filled pretzels?
Now, I will say with peanut M&Ms, sometimes I'll bite them in half and like take off the chocolate shell and then pull the peanut out with my teeth and just eat the peanut and then eat the rest of the M&M. I will do that.
See, that's weird. That's weird.
Weirder than sucking all the candy coating off and then storing the peanut on the other side of your mouth.
Yeah. Okay. I can't not be the only person who does that.
Okay. Let's see out there.
You know what?
Else does that.
This reminds me. My therapist says I have a preoccupation for revenge. We'll see about that.
Nice. Good. All right. Well, you ready to play a game?
Remember when I told you that I thought you drew your eyebrows too high? You seem surprised.
I think every day for you is one-liner day.
I know, right?
All right. So speaking of since the brain cells are firing away on puns and one-liners today, Let's play a game we've played before, and this is called I Broke Up With. So this is a pun-based game. So I'm going to ask you, this is on the fly. So I'm going to ask you, Mo, why you broke up with someone of a certain someone of a certain occupation, and you need to tell me, using puns, why you broke up with that person.
Okay. You are definitely better than this than I am. Let me put my mug down.
Well, no. Okay. Oh. Getting all ready here. Yeah. All right. Ready? All right, Moe. Why did you break up with the beekeeper?
I broke up with the beekeeper because I felt like the universe was telling me that was something I hived to do. Nice. Why did you break up?
Was it because there were too many details to comb through?
Are we just going to do this one?
Did they not call you honey enough?
Why did you break up, Katie? Why did you break up with the entomologist?
Yes. They just bugged me. He just bugged me all the time. And
she's got pun face, something fierce. She's got puns on her ceiling because this is Katie's pun face.
Right. And I always felt like I could never sit down beside her. That was a bad one.
All right. So thank you. You know your homework. She's still going. Oh my God.
You can't just say one. You have to do a bunch of them.
I thought the rules were okay. I didn't know I had a whole long litany of reasons why I broke up with somebody.
All right, Moe, why did you break up with the cashier?
I broke up with the cashier. Well, I couldn't think of a good reason to tell her, so I said we're going to break up.
Was she not tender enough with you?
Nice.
Well, Mo's got pun face too.
I do. I was thinking of something like, I was going to say something like ring up, and then ring up, only comes ass. So she had a ring up her ass, but sorry.
Did she not? Hold on, I got a word.
Yep, see, look, the puns are up on your ceiling. You start that one time. You're just like, I'm gonna look for a pun over here on this on my mug wall. Nope.
Is there one up here? On the ceiling. Did she not? Did she not receipt any of your gifts that you gave her? Okay, next one.
Why did you break up with the librarian?
I just do we really have to talk about this? And I caught him checking out other women, so there was that.
Well, it's a good thing because I booked a date with her later.
And but I heard his album's dropping next week, so the book drop. That was a little bit of a stretch. Right. Moe, why did you break up with the lion tamer? Did you just not have felines for her anymore?
Because she didn't bring her whip enough? Sorry, that was just dirty. My bad. If you're into that sort of thing. Not that I am. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, yeah, keep going. The lion tamer. I just don't know any lion tamers. I guess it was the main thing I could do.
Nice. That's a good one. You made me hit my phone out of glee for your pun.
You made me ink. Why did you break up with the fisherman?
First of all, because I cod, and what? It was emotionally floundering. It just wasn't working for me. God. And so, and honestly, he was a pain in the ass.
All right, that's enough of that. You are too good at those.
But now I'm all hooked up about it. I don't know what else to do.
Oh, Lord. I feel like I just burned 2,000 calories. That's the last time I leave brownies in the oven while I nap.
All right, well, I've got a one-liner, and it is our gratitude quote today. So I really, really like this one. Our gratitude quote today is from Emmanuel Dagher. When gratitude becomes an essential foundation in our lives, miracles start to appear everywhere.
Nice. Bam.
Isn't that a good one?
I do like that.
I like that.
I do like that.
And you know, guys, we are all about the gratitude, humor, and positivity. And we hope that you can find moments in your day where you're finding the same three things: gratitude, humor, and positivity in just all of the even mundane moments in your life.
Yep. What do you always say? Magic in the mundane.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if my recording is picking this up, but it sounds like there's literally a flock of crows out in my yard right now.
Sweet.
Caw, caw.
Yeah. It's no cause for concern. That's fine.
That's right.
And remember that if anybody comes asking for a donation for your local pool, just give them a glass of water. Okay. Okay.
All right, listeners, you have homework. So let us know.
The most important homework is, how do you eat your peanut M&Ms? Have you ever heard the phrase morning wood and what lights your fire? What?
That's not the phrase. If that didn't light your fire, your wood's wet.
Morning wood is a phrase. I assure you, I've heard of it. I'm getting... Someone's gonna, when as soon as we hit stop recording, she's like, you need to edit that out. But you know what? On the YouTube, not getting edited. It remains to be seen what happens in our post-recording meeting.
True.
I have to edit it out. We'll talk later.
Oh, we'll see.
I'm probably in trouble. Yeah, we'll see about the wet wood. Just roll with it. Yes. Okay, I got it. I'm sorry. I will close by saying, be grateful, keep laughing, and stay positive. And thank you for listening.
And yes, thanks for listening, everybody. And find that gratitude, humor, and positivity.
Yes. Hashtag TMKSPOD stands for TMKS Pod, which stands for The Mo Katie Show Podcast. Hashtag.
That's right.
All right.
And share with us, even pictures of you listening. We want to see what you're doing. So have a super day.
Mugs. Sorry. I'm just going to get in so much trouble. I'm going to stop recording.
Okay, bye.
Does that mean you don't love me anymore?
You are ornery today.
I know. Let me hit stop recording. Hang on. Bye on the YouTube.